How's it doing, guys? Hayden of Everything here, and today we're doing another video. So, I have been procrastinating a little bit on my videos, but, well, we're finally doing a video. Isn't this swell? So, this video will be the first episode in the What If series, which is a series in which I take a look at a movie or television show or video game, in which is a video game or movie or show you request. And I basically keep in mind many different scenarios, and you request a scenario like, for example, what if... Well, I don't know. But today's video will definitely be one of those moments, as we are looking at what would happen if Gaston didn't love Belle. Let's get into this. So, for this first part, we are basically going to be explaining Gaston's role in the movie Beauty and the Beast. And also, we will be taking in part mostly the animated scene and not the live action scene. But we will be still continuing in the conclusion area what would happen with a bit of the live action scene. But, yeah, let's get into this. So, Gaston's role in the movie is the primary antagonist, in which means he is, well, the bad guy. For all you people who don't know what antagonist means. And he also is introduced as being a smug, arrogant, but rather muscular man who is infatuated with Belle, and infatuated means in love with. And basically, throughout the entire movie, Gaston is trying to make Belle his wife, or plot about how to make Belle his wife. And we were first introduced to Gaston in the first musical sequence in the movie known as Belle, which is when he announces that he does indeed love Belle and plans to marry her. Belle also meets Gaston later on, almost directly after the musical sequence. Gaston tries to serenade her and try to propose to her, only to the point of where he gets rejected. Yep, Gaston, the smug dude who literally said, "No beast will have a chance against you, and no girl for that matter," got rejected by the one girl he did want to marry. However, Gaston would later be cheered up and have his spirits raised by good old LeFou himself in the song, in which has recently become a meme, Gaston. Eventually, he finds out that Maurice has had bit of an encounter with the Beast. After he was kidnapped, he was ranting about the Beast who kidnapped Belle. And basically, there are two things that happen when this does, depending on which movie you're watching. Gaston either laughs it off and then later realizes that he should get Belle to marry him by throwing his father in the asylum unless she agrees to marry him. In the live-action movie, Gaston agrees to help Maurice take down the Beast, but after he gets sick of his insane ranting, I guess, Gaston ends up, well, leaving him in a tree to be fed to the wolves. But he doesn't die. And basically, from there on out, he does threaten to throw Maurice into an insane asylum. And then Belle comes back into their hometown after noticing that her father is in trouble, tries to free her father. Tries to make sure that everybody knows her father is not crazy. Ends up not doing very good, as they just won't believe her. Gaston says that he will let him go if she agrees to marry him. Belle rejects his marriage request once more, but does end up successfully proving to them that the Beast does exist by using the magic mirror in which the Beast gave her. Doing this resulted in a mob of Frenchmen, with Gaston primarily as their leader, hunting after the Beast, most of the men being killed off by objects, figuratively and literally, mostly literally, whilst Gaston fights the Beast in the West Wing. Now, during this, Gaston does pretty much pwn the Beast entirely, but the Beast still brings up a pretty good fight. But in the end, Gaston does fall to his death. And eventually Belle does confess her love to the Beast, thus resulting in the curse being lifted. Now, but seriously though, what would really happen if Gaston did not love Belle? These things would happen. First off, but first, before we move on, sorry, the audio kind of cut out there. Anyways, so basically, this is what happens if Gaston really didn't love Belle. Well, the first major thing that doesn't happen is, well, involving the story itself, that would change the ending. It would actually be, the first thing that doesn't happen is that Gaston does not try to throw Maurice into the asylum. But even more after this, if it wasn't for Gaston trying to throw Belle's father, Maurice, into the asylum, then, well, she would have never had to reveal the Beast to anybody, thus meaning that, well, the Beast would never turn human again. Neither would any of the other characters that were turned into objects during the show. The movie! Okay. I'm back. Hopefully, I won't just mess up anymore. Other than a few stutters here and there, because that's guaranteed to happen, because it's, well, me. Anyway, so after that means that Gaston and Beast would never have the epic brawl, the Beast would never have to die, and even more, Belle would never return to the castle, and then that means she will never have confessed her love to the Beast, and that means the Beast will remain a Beast forever. But this is where it changes up once we delve into what happens in the live-action film. In the live-action film, the entire reason why Belle came back to her father was that she had seen him be caught and being thrown into an asylum. And since Gaston would not have decided to throw him into the asylum, because he wouldn't be ranting about how Gaston tried to murder him and all that, feed him to the wolves, that means that, well, Belle would never have to return, and once again, never have to reveal to the Beast, but even more, like I mentioned just now, she never would have had to return. Thus meaning there would have been plenty of time for her to confess to the Beast. And for the Beast to confess. But even if she did leave the Beast, or if she didn't confess, the woman, the Enchantress, as in, that's what I meant, will still end up bringing the Beast back into a human, because technically that's how the live action movie ended. Belle did not confess. The Beast died, and all of the people ended up actually turning into just objects. And then they went human. After they decided to, after she decided to lift the curse, even though the conditions weren't met. What the heck? Unless you didn't have to confess it, then I don't know. But, well, other than that, it did go out pretty well. So, yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. I know most YouTubers put in sick outro beats here, but, well, I'm not going to be like that because I don't want to get copyrighted. So, yeah, there you go.